What is up, everybody? Back with some more Scarlet and Violet Regulation F VGC Wi-Fi battles. Got a really cool team today. This team's actually a team built around Water, Fire, Grass Pledge, and MEGANIUM. MEGANIUM actually came back with all the other starters, but out of all the starters, it's probably the worst one. So we're going to see if it actually does anything on this team. I've seen this team built, and I've seen that MEGANIUM was on this team, and this entire team was built around it, and I kind of really wanted to try it out. So I know there's a lot of MEGANIUM haters, and there's also a lot of people that love the Mon for whatever reason. At least I'm on the fence of where it's actually good, or I think it's just flat out garbage. So we're going to see how it does actually sway my opinion on it in this session. So if you guys want to use this team, there's a code up in the corner. There's actually a team by That's a +1. If you guys not know him, he's a bigger VGC content creator, and he does a lot of sessions with like his own teams. I don't know how many games he has. He must have like 10 cartridges. Or like 10 separate games, because the guy is constantly making brand new teams. He must also like gen his teams, because he like has a new team every day, and I don't know how he builds a brand new team like almost every day from scratch. I really don't. So I'm assuming a lot of these mons that are on this team are probably genned. I'm assuming that's what the case is, because the guy has like brand new teams built from scratch every single day. I don't know how that's possible, and I can't even do that, or like very few people that actually want to do it legitly like can't really do that. So I'll quickly go through this team. We got the MEGANIUM with the Light Clay, which is pretty interesting, with the Grass Pledge, Leech Seed, and double screens, Terra Dragon to kind of resist the ice and the fire type moves. Primarina with the choice specs with the Hyper Voice, Liquid Voice, kind of cool, with the Weather Ball as well. Terra Ground to dodge the electric type moves, which is pretty cool. And they also have the Water Pledge there to combine with the other ones. You got the Skeledirge with Terra Fairy, Leftovers Unaware, just kind of a yawn stall Yamon with Fire Pledge. Safety Goggles Latias with Levitate, allows you to spam Earthquake. You also have the Bulldoze on this set, and Icy Wind for speed control, and Tailwind, more of a supportive set, kind of pair alongside the Excadrill or the Tyranitar. And it also procs the Tyranitar's weakness policy, which is also Terra Flying. We actually featured Tyranitar and Excadrill in one of my past videos, I think like a day or two ago, at least when you guys are seeing this. I actually built a team around Excadrill. If you guys missed that video, go check it out. Also has Flygon on this team. This team does not have Flygon, but the team I built has Flygon. So if you guys like Flygon, go check that video out. I'll leave a link to that at the end of the video. And then he also has the Excadrill, which is kind of the same build I kind of ran. The only thing that my build has instead of his was double ground move instead of a rock move. But the reason why I never ran a rock move was because I also have Ogerpon and like Tyranitar alongside it for rock stab. So that's why I never ran a rock move on my Excadrill. But I think it's good on the Excadrill. It covers a lot of weaknesses and a lot of matchups against the flying types. So really cool team. Looks really cool on paper. We're going to see how good it is. So let's hop into some games. Alright, we're here with game number 1. Holy shit, is this going to be a match. Going against the legendaries, that's great. Brand new team in the first match of this session, and that's what I get paired against. That's good. Always gotta love that. But he has the Roaring Moon, Inteleon, Palkia, Ogerpon Grass form. I haven't seen much of Ogerpon Grass. That's kind of interesting. Mewtwo and Dialga. So I think what I do here is I just lead Sand. I just lead Sand and hopefully hope for the best. That's what I do. What else do I have that's somewhat decent versus him? I don't know, I guess maybe the Latias ain't too bad. His Latias is more of like a support Latias, though. It's got some speed and defense and HP investment, so I don't know. It's more of a support one. I think if it was an offensive, it would be a lot better versus this team, but I guess Skeledirge ain't too bad here. It ain't too bad. If it's, I don't know, I forgot what the Terra is on this thing. It's Terra Fairy, so it ain't too bad. I think I'm going to bring Skeledirge here if he wants to set up on me, which he might do here. Unfortunately, the MEGANIUM's useless in this match. It doesn't do anything. So I'm not even going to bother bringing it. It's kind of dead weight if I do. Come down to either Primarina here if I bring the Latias. I'm going to try to bring the Primarina. Maybe I can go for some Water Pledge, Grass Pledge, or Fire Pledge shit, so it just depends what he brings. I think he's going to probably bring Dialga, Palkia, probably Mewtwo, and then either Ogerpon, probably Ogerpon. If I were him, I'd probably bring Ogerpon. Good thing is, though, that Sand's really good versus him. He has a pretty bad Sand weakness. He's pretty weak to rock and ground types, so Just leads Palkia Dialga. What an iconic duo this is. Does he Terra on turn 1 though? That's the question. Does he Terra here? I'm just going to Terra Blast. I'm going to actually Terra on this turn. I'm going to Terra turn 1. I mean, I guess I could Terra Earthquake too, ain't too bad. I just have nothing that's immune to Earthquake, so I'm kind of forced to Terra the Tyranitar if I want to go for ground moves, which kind of sucks. I guess maybe I was better off bringing Latias, but that way I'd be able to switch into Latias. YOLO. I think the Palkia like just destroys me. I can maybe one-shot the Dialga, but it's a Dialga. It has crazy stats. I don't think I'm going to one-shot at all. Wow, I actually do one-shot him. That's crazy. I didn't expect I was going to one-shot him. Okay, that's great. That's huge. Fire Blast, I'm dead. Goodbye. That's actually kind of bad, too, because the Excadrill is the one thing that outspeeds a lot of stuff on his team, so not having that's really bad for me. But we do get a double down here. The Tyranitar's the last one standing. So we're doing pretty good, plus we have the Sand up. Which ain't too bad, it gives us some chip damage. I'm gonna go into the Skeledirge here. Unfortunately, I wasted my Terra already, so I can't really like defensive Terra, depending on what he has. He has the Mewtwo, of course he does. Let me guess, Ogerpon. DX, what's DX? Oh, that's the Roaring Moon, so that's pretty bad. That's bad. I don't know if he has anything to one-shot me, though. Like, I can probably one-shot the Mewtwo here, unless he's Terra. Like, I can one-shot the Mewtwo, and then I'm just gonna yawn. I'm gonna yawn the Roaring Moon. I got the Primarine in the back, so, like, as long as I'm not, like, a set-up Dragon Dance variant of... or, like, Terra variant of Roaring Moon, I should be decent. Terra Psychic, that's fine. It's fine by me. I don't know if he's gonna be able to one-shot Tyranitar. Maybe the Skeledirge, but I don't know if he can one-shot Tyranitar. We're gonna find out right here. He doesn't. I live. I live. Goes for Dragon Rush. You're gonna get yawned. Assurance, that's double power. He still lives. He must be running a bulky ass fucking Mewtwo, because holy shit. That is double power, and it still didn't even kill him. I think a Rock Slide would be really good here, but I'm going to have to probably Protect. I'm going to predict another Psy Strike. I'm just going to Protect on this turn. Get some more sand damage on him, and then I can put the Roaring Moon to sleep, which would be pretty good here. I can yawn the Mewtwo as well. I'm going to try to Fire Pledge. So I think if a Fire Pledge, I can have the Sandstorm damage finish off the Mewtwo. It's going to be a close game. He has Ice Beam. That doesn't do anything. I think he predicted me to swap. Dragon Pulse, that does... I protect, so it doesn't do anything. He's going to sleep now. Fire Pledge, how much is due? So the Sandstorm will take him out on this turn, so that's great. We're looking pretty good here. We're looking really, really solid. I wouldn't be surprised if he actually surrenders, unless he's like... I don't know, I don't even know what else he has. He has Ice Beam and what... He has Dragon Pulse and Dragon Rush too, which is really weird. He's running a physical special in Roaring Moon. I just realized that's weird. I think that's game. I think he probably just caught this thing out of the wild and threw it right onto his team. Probably what he did. I'm gonna Rock Slide here. Maybe I can get a flinch if he happens to wake up. And I'll just Fire Pledge for damage. There's no point in really switching out because I don't really need the Skeledirge or like anything on the field right now. I can kind of just let die and just send the Primarina in right afterwards. Specs Primarina finishes the game no matter what here. I think he surrenders. I think he surrenders here. I don't think there's any way he wins. Unless he has Earthquake, but even then I'm Flying type, so he still loses. So I don't know. I think he surrenders. I'm going to Terra Blast Flying because I can. He's going to stay, though. He's hoping for the... Was that turn 2 wake up, or is that turn 3? I think that's turn 2. Not bad. Solid showcase for this team, but I think my opponent's Mons, I definitely the Roaring Moon looked like he, at least with that moveset, like he just caught it out of the wild and threw it on his team. So I don't even think that was like a competitive Mon. I think that was like a wild caught Mon he just threw onto his team. Everything else on his team though was probably competitive, but no Meganium for game number 1. But everything else on his team, really solid showcase for game number 1. Not bad. I'm impressed. Mainly the Excadrill Tyranitar putting in the work, but not too bad. I'll see you guys in another game. Alright, we're going against a Psy-Spam garbage fucking piece of shit team. Urshifu Rapid Strike, Indeedee, Golden Gold, Lando T, Iron Crown, and the Amoonguss. This is gonna be a fun game. It's always gonna be fun. I think I'm just gonna try to bring the Meganium here. I don't think I win this one. I guess Sand's okay versus him, but I'll throw Sand in the back for this squad, but I think that's... I don't know. It's going to be really difficult to win this one. I'll bring Primarina Meganium lead. I'll throw the Tyranitar and the Excadrill in the back. Because the Sand, I guess Ground and Rock ain't really too bad versus him. I don't know, it just depends on what his Indeedee's running to. If he's a Trick Room one, or if he's just like a fully offensive Indeedee, like more supportive alongside Iron Crown. I don't know, we'll find out. I'm going to try to win this one, but I'm not going to go into it with much hopes because I'm bringing the Meganium, so... If I can get screens up, we can be in a better spot, but I'm not expecting to really do that much. Because I'm losing a lot of momentum just throwing up screens on like turn 1 and 2. Especially when he has not electric terrain. Psychic terrain spam, so... Or like Landorus that can come in and just do a shit ton of damage. He leads with it too. That's good for me though, because I have Tyranitar in the back, so that's not the worst thing ever. It just comes down to if I can actually survive like multiple hits from this. And he's booster, if he's booster speed. He is booster speed, so that's not too bad. I'd rather have him be booster speed than booster special attack. So, I'm gonna light screen here. I'm gonna light screen. I have two options here. I can go for a Hyper Voice. I'm Terra Ground, I think. Yeah, I am. I can go for Hyper Voice, or I can go for Water Pledge. And I think I'm better off just going for Hyper Voice here. I think Hyper Voice is a little bit better. Just mainly because he's going to follow me spam just like this. Calm Mind. That's bad. That is bad. I can Leech Seed him though, I guess. I can always throw a Leech Seed onto him. Problem is though, he's going to keep spamming follow me. That's the main issue. That does a fuck ton of damage because it's a crit, okay. Well, now he's not going to set up Calm Mind anymore because he's going to die. So he's going to attack this turn. 100%. I'm going to try to set up a Reflect, though, if I somehow live. And I'm going to Hyper Voice again. He's probably like, oh man, this thing specs. I don't even know if I live a +1. Can I live a +1 Expanding Force under screens? Oh, we eating. We eating that. We're eating pretty good. I get a double kill there as well. I did not expect to kill both of them. It's going a lot better than I expected. It really is. I thought I'd just be getting destroyed. I really did, especially with the Meganium bleed. We're doing pretty good. I like the Primarina too. I haven't used Primarina at all up until this point, so really glad to use Primarina again. It's one of my other like favorite water stars apart from like Greninja. I think it's my favorite, like second favorite one apart from Greninja, so glad to use it again. It's really cool. So I got the Reflect and the Light Screen up here. Bad thing is, both of these mods on the enemy team, they outspeed me, so I'm probably dead here. probably dead. The good thing is, though, he can't intimidate spam the Excadrill or the Tyranitar. So that's the only good thing. He's probably Terra Flying, if I were to guess. But that'll be good for me because I can just spam Rock Slide. Please be Terra Flying. He is. Okay, that's good. That's good for me. And poor Meganium getting sent back to Gen, whatever Gen, I think that what, Gen 3? Or I think it's Gen 4 I got introduced. Surging Strikes, will this kill me? I guess with screens it doesn't matter, actually. Yeah, it doesn't matter, you got a high roll on that one too. If I had a little bit more health, I think I would have lived, because that's 4 times resisted. Or it's double resisted, because I'm part fairy. I was thinking of, some other type. I mean, the good thing is here, though, I have Tyranitar. I have Tyranitar Excadrill here. I'm assuming, too, like, he might actually be, like, Scarf Lando. So if he's Scarf Landorus and he's locked into Terra Blast here, that'd be best case scenario. I'm just gonna Terra Flying here, though. I'm gonna Terra Flying and knock the Urshifu back, hopefully. I have Rock Slide, but I don't know. I don't know if it really pays going for Rock Slide here. I think I'm gonna go for it anyways. I could Protect too, but like the Urshifu was probably gonna target down the Tyranitar, so I don't want to Protect and then throw the game. We'll find out if he's Choice Scarf Landorus. If he's Choice Scarfed here, we're gonna find out. I don't know if he is. Maybe we can get a flinch. I don't think a Terra Blast is going to kill the Urshifu from this range. I think the Urshifu is going to live. He's going for it again. He might actually be Scarfed. He might actually be. We just happened to outspeed him under sand. I think the Tyranitar goes down here. There's a small chance we can live. He gets low roll and he doesn't, so. He just double targets down the Tyranitar, and unfortunately I lose. I think my only hope here is that I have to hope that he's Choice Scarf Landorus, because I can still maybe win if I can target down the Urshifu here. If he's not Scarf Landorus, he still wins. I gotta one-shot the Urshifu at this range. I don't think I can. Iron Head doesn't do anything, I have to Earthquake. Or I can try to go for Rock Slide and hopefully he flinches, but I don't think that's... I don't think I can do that, and he lives, so I lose. He's Scarfed. He's 100% choiced. 100% choice Scarfed. The unfortunate fucking shitty thing is, I have screens up too, and the fucking shitty thing is that Urshifu's so busted that where the crits do not matter, because the crits pretty much negate your screens. That is the one fucking stupid thing about Urshifu that I fucking hate. You go through all the work to throw up screens or even something like an Aurora Veil, and it does not matter because he gets crits, he auto crits through all your screens. That is fucking retarded. Urshifu is so fucking busted. Same with Unseen Fist. That is so broken. Such a broken ability. Hopefully in Generation 10, Urshifu does not come back, or they nerf the fuck out of it, because I hate it. I really do. It makes so much shit unreliable and like irrelevant. But that's an entire different video in of itself, ranting on how bad Urshifu is for the entire metagame, but I'll see you guys in another video, or another match. Alright, we're here with another game. Going against Chi-Yu Tailwind Spam Garbage. That's going to be great to go against. My opponent's team is all special, though, as he has only one physical attacker. So we can maybe take advantage of that, I don't know. My only problem here is, like, I can maybe bring the MEGANIUM, but, like, it just gets shit on by Chi-Yu. It gets fucking wrecked by Chi-Yu and Iron Bundle, which I think he's going to bring both of here. Iron Bundle destroys this team. It hits everything on this team for super effective damage with Freeze Dry and Water Stab. Holy fuck, is this team weak to Iron Bundle. Well, there we go. That's one mon this team hates. Holy shit, he's for sure bringing that. I think I just got a YOLO. I think I just got a YOLO here. I just got to bring Excadrill Tyranitar, and hopefully he does not lead Whimsicott, and I can maybe outspeed and one-shot everything. I think that's all I got to do here. I think it's going to be another L, at least just looking at the team preview if we play as well. What else do I want to bring? I'll bring Latias. Latias is okay here. I mean, I guess not really. I'll bring Skeledirge, and then I'll try to bring a Primarina. I was going to bring the Latias, but I think he's going to bring the Flutter Mane and Chi-Yu. So it pretty much makes Latias irrelevant here. One thing this team is incredibly weak to is to Iron Bundle. Holy shit. I guess apart from like Terra, defensive Terras, but even then, it forces you to Terra, and that's no good. We lead Rillaboom and Flutter Mane here. I think what I'm going to do here, I don't think he's going to actually target down the Excadrill on this turn. I'm going to Iron Head. I think if he switches out, he's going to go right out into either the Chi-Yu or the Roaring Bolt or something here. Actually, he doesn't really have that many good switch-ins to the Excadrill either. He can go into the Chi-Yu, but like it's going to be taking a shit ton of damage. That's neutral damage. He doesn't have any really good switch-ins. He's probably going to Protect, though, on turn 1. And then I'm going to Protect Tyranitar, predicting a Fake Out here. Or at least the Flutter Mane to go after the Tyranitar, because the Moonblast will one-shot me 100%. He actually fakes out the Excadrill, that's even worse. That's pretty damn bad. I was hoping he would just double into the Tyranitar, that would have been best case scenario, but not like we're back at neutral turn pretty much here, apart from like a little bit of chip damage that gets healed up by the grassy terrain, so pretty much an irrelevant turn number 1. Doesn't do anything. I think he switches here though. I'm gonna Iron Head. I'm gonna Iron Head, and then I mean I can defensive Terra here if I really want to. I can Terra Flying. I don't know. That just makes me weak to so much on his team. Now it makes me auto weak to the bundle and to the Roaring Bolt, but I don't know. I mean, I'll Rock Slide. I'm gonna try to Rock Slide here. If I can maybe live something from the Rillaboom, and maybe it'll proc my weakness ball. So he has Raging Bolt. Okay, that's fine by me. You're getting outsped still. Still does a solid amount of damage. That's good chip damage. Woodhammer, can I live? I don't even live, so I lose the Tyranitar turn 2, so that's bad. Maybe I should have went Terra Flying there. Maybe the Terra Flying was the play. I mean, at the same time, though, he went out into the Roaring Bolt, so I don't know if that... Or the Rage Bolt. I keep calling it Roaring Bolt. So I don't know. I think an Earthquake would maybe kill him, but... I don't know. Then I would be weak to Thunderclap. I think I would still die anyways. I don't think it mattered that much. I'll go into Skeledirge here. The shitty thing is now, like, I can't really spam Earthquake effectively because I have nothing to really prevent it apart from Protect, so I can only spam it every other turn. So I'm going to Protect on this turn, and hopefully I can get rid of the Roaring Bolts on this turn. He doesn't Protect. He does Protect, so I'm fucked. I don't know how many... I don't have any Smooth Rock either on this, so I only have 5 turns of Sand. Sand turns are really limited too, so once my Sand runs out, I'm going to be really slow. Woodhammer just straight up fucking one-shots me. It doesn't even... He's running a full offensive Rillaboom, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how that fucking one-shots me. He must be running a fuck ton of attack. He really must be. Especially to one-shot the Tyranitar. I don't know. I lose at this point anyways. I can Terra Ground here, but like he's gonna target me down on this turn. He outspeeds the Skeledirge, and I'm still weak to grass moves. So like I lose this game. This game's a loss. This game's an L. This game's an L. I don't think there's any way I can win. I'm gonna stay and try to hope maybe do something, but I think I lose. And if he has Chi-Yu in the back, he automatically wins anyways. So I'll stay in for one more turn and see how this next turn goes. Otherwise, I think I'm just gonna surrender. I don't even know if I just lock myself into Dazzling Gleam. I mean, I can Terra Ground. I don't know what that really does for me, though. I'll Terra Ground, I guess. That way, if he wants to Thunderclap, I don't take damage. And then I'll Fire Pledge. I think I still lose here, though, because he's going to double target down the Primarina. He automatically wins the game if the Primarina is gone, so... And Grassy Glide just one-shots me. It just one-shots me. He has to be Miracle Seed. I think he's probably Miracle Seed Rillaboom. He has to be, because he does so much fucking damage. That's game. I don't know what the Terra Ground is for on the Primarina. I really would love to know what the Terra Ground is for, because you're still weak to grass moves, and you're still weak to... You make yourself weak to, like, shit like Freeze Dry and that type of thing. Like, I understand if it's for, like, electric-type moves, but, like, you also have the Excadrill on your team already. I think you're better off having, like, a Terra Grass. Terra Grass would be so much better. I really do not know the insight behind a Terra Ground Primarina. I really do not. Would love to know what that actually is for. Apart from, like, the electric immunity. I lose. I'm just going to surrender here. I'm going to surrender. There's no way I win this one. Yeah. I'm not going to waste any more time. I want to throw one more match into this video for you guys since this one was pretty quick, so I'll see you guys in one final game. Alright, we're here with another game. My opponent's running like half Trick Room, half super speedy, so Urshifu, King Gambit, Spiritomb, which I haven't seen in a while, Iron Hands, Porygon 2, oh that's going to be fun to play against, and the Meowscarada, so... I really want to bring screens here. I guess screens ain't too bad. I actually think Meganium's okay. But like half the shit on his team just crits through my screen, so I don't know how good it actually is. I'm going to try to bring it for one last game though. We might as well go YOLO. The last match I'm doing with this team. I'll bring the Meganium lead. I don't know, if he leads Porygon, like he's guaranteed to get up his Trick Room pretty much, so... I don't know. I guess Tyranitar ain't too bad. If I want to knock off the Porygon, it wouldn't be too bad. I'll bring Tyranitar just to knock off the Porygon, hopefully, and maybe that's my way to deal with it. Guess the Primarina ain't too bad here, and then I think I'll bring the Excadrill in the back. Another game where I just don't bring the Latias. I have not brought the Latias to one match. I just see no use for it in a lot of these games. I've brought the Meganium more than the Latias. Maybe I'm just getting unlucky with a lot of these matches, but the Latias hasn't done anything. It's just kind of useless on this team. I don't really see a use for it. Like, I know why it's there. It has the Levitate and it has the ability to be like a support with the Tailwind and proc your own policy and that type of thing, but and for like speed control, but I haven't used it at all. At least, and I guess I'm probably just getting unlucky with the matches, so I don't know. Traces the Overgrow. That's pretty useless. I don't know. I don't even know what he has. What does he even have? I'm just gonna set up Light Screen. I set up Light Screen, and I forgot I don't have knockoff. I forgot I don't have knockoff on this Tyranitar. That's why you don't run Assurance, y'all. I mean, it's 120 if you get damaged in the same turn, but knockoff is so much better right now, especially with Porygon running around. I just made a bad play. I thought I had knockoff. I'm thinking of my own Tyranitar and my own Sand Team, because that one has knockoff. This one doesn't. That's bad. That's awful. I'm gonna Rock Slide and hope for a flinch, I guess. This is a solid amount of damage to the Spiritomb, I guess. Maybe I can try to Leech Seed stall him out, I guess. I don't know. He has Ice Beam. Behind the screen, that doesn't do that much. Confuse Ray. What are we playing? Are we playing a competitive match, or are we playing lol hacks? Oh, I'm just gonna Leech Seed here. I can maybe get Reflect up, but I'm gonna Leech Seed the Porygon. And then I'm just gonna Rock Slide spam again if I can break through Confusion. Yes, Sucker Punch. I don't know what he's... Can I break through, please? I do. Can I flinch the Porygon, please? I do a lot of damage to the Spiritomb, so he's running like an offensive Spiritomb. He's not running much defense, at least. I get a flinch. That's huge. That is huge. And now with the leftovers, or with the Leech Seed, I'm able to recover back my Sandstorm damage. So we're looking pretty good here. He's forced to Sucker Punch on this turn, too. I think I just throw up a Reflect on this turn. So the Spiritomb's going down. I'm assuming he probably has King Gambit or Iron Hands in the back. So that's what I'm going to do here. Now let's Rock Slide again. If I can break through Confusion. And that's why I want to spam Rock Slide, so he can maybe get flinched. He's just going to Memento. What is... I forgot what that does. Oh, it just lowers all my attacks. That's fine. My Sand is gone in like 2 turns anyways, so whatever. So he's running Sucker Punch, Confuse Ray, Memento, Spiritomb. That's really weird. Meganium's looking really good here, though. Just depends on his last 2 mons, what he has. I can kind of just Leech Seed whatever I want and just keep throwing up screens. It's looking pretty good. Meowscarada, that's fine. Fine by me. Unfortunately, I can't Leech Seed that, though. That's the problem. I can't Leech Seed the Meowscarada. I'm forced to go for damage on this turn. If he wants to take out the Tyranitar, I guess he can maybe. I'm gonna Protect here, though. I got a crit. I don't think the crit matters that much, though. I do break a Sash, so if he's a possible Sash Meowscarada, he doesn't have a Sash anymore. I think that's the only upside here. Otherwise, I can't really do much versus this. If I really want to, I can Terra Flying, but then I'm making myself weak to Ice Beam. I don't know. I think that's my only option here, actually. I think I have 1 more turn of Sand. Yeah, I've got 1 more turn of Sand, and I'm confused still. I've got Primarine in the back, but I don't think that really matters that much. His team's kind of slow, too. It just depends on his last mon. If he has the King Gambit or the Iron Hands, I can still maybe win the game. If he has the Urshifu, though, that's going to be a bit of a problem. I think he just recovers here again, actually, so... I'm going to try to get some damage, and then I'm going to actually Terra Flying on this turn and get rid of the Meowscarada. Oh, he's Life Orbed. He's Life Orb. That's good to know. Didn't even really need to worry about a Sash. That's good. That you're dead. You're not. He survives. How does he live? He's gonna recover here again. This is why I hate Porygon. It just never dies. It just sits and does whatever it wants and it just never dies. I lose my sand here too. So now he doesn't even get any chip damage from the sand anymore. I just Rock Slide, I think. If he has Sucker Punch, I think a Sucker Punch might actually kill me here. How many turns of screens do I have? I got 3 turns of Light Screen still and 5 of Reflect, so I'm just gonna Grass Pledge here. And I'll Rock Slide. Maybe I can get a flinch. I want to save the Tyranitar, I really do, but if he just keeps spamming grass moves and I go onto the Excadrill or the Primarina when he has Urshifu in the back, or like Iron Hands, and I throw my Excadrill to like a random crit or some shit and I lose the game because of that, I'll be really pissed. And the one thing I wanted to land on, it avoids. The good thing is, though, he's dead to Life Orb next turn, so... Just sit here and spam Recover. We're gonna play the Recover spam game now. That's what this match is turning into. I'm gonna go for Assurance here because I'm gonna take some damage probably from either Sucker Punch or from Flower Trick again. I should maybe live a Flower Trick. It depends if he gets a high roll or not. Play rough. I live because it's not Stab. He dies to Life Orb, okay. Assurance should be double power, so it should hit pretty hard. It does nothing. That does nothing. Wow, does that do nothing. Unless he's running like a fully like bulky Porygon, but that did less than Rock Slide did. And that's supposed to be double power. I don't know about the Insurance Tyranitar. I think that's garbage. I'll be real, like, I think the Tyranitar with the Insurance is really bad. I would have rather had Knockoff, and if he wouldn't have had an Eviolite, the Porygon would have been dead like 10 minutes ago. No Eviolite Porygon, it's gone. He would have died. He does have Urshifu though, so that's great. I have Primarine in the back, so that's fine. Good for me. And he can't kill unless he close combats, I guess, but I think under screens I can live a close combat, so he has nothing really for the Meganium here. I think I just Leech Seed. I don't know how he one-shots me. I don't know, is he the dark? He's the dark one, actually. I thought he was the water one. He's actually the dark version, so I'm just going to try to Terra Blast if I can somehow survive. Being that he's the dark one, though, that's kind of bad. Because he can just crit the Meganium and probably kill me from this range. He's Terra Flying. I don't know what that's supposed to prevent at all. I do not know what that's supposed to prevent. What is Terra Flying or Urshifu? What does that do? I actually live, surprisingly enough. I wish I would have went for Rock Slide because he would have died. But I do get the Leech Seed. I think this game's getting to be close to the end. The only thing that's stopping me is the Porygon just keeps spamming Recover. He just sits here and just keeps clicking the same button over and over. Again, if I would have had Knockoff, this Porygon would have been gone like 25 minutes ago already. I would have probably already won the game. I do not think Assurance on the Tyranitar is good at all. I'm gonna Rock Slide, but I think I'm dead here. He has Aerial Ace. That's Stab Aerial Ace. Let's see if I live. I live. The Meganium putting in the work. You guys wanted a showcase of the Meganium, and it's putting in the work right here. It is sitting here and spamming the Leech Seed and getting the screens up, doing consistent damage. This is the showcase of ages for the Meganium, and probably the most this thing will ever do in any single match it's ever going to be entered into. You'll never see it do more than in this match. I think we're at a high enough point of health again, too, where I don't even think an aerial ace will even kill me. I got Pre-Marina here, too. Like, a Specs Hyper Voice, I think that's game. He has nothing to one-shot Pre-Marina. Especially behind screens, I think that's game. I can actually go for some really cool Water Pledge stuff here, though. I can go for Water Pledge, and maybe that'll do something. Wicked Blow. So, okay, so that does kill me. That's kind of a problem. That's a bit of a problem. Because I could have won the game here, but I went for Water Pledge instead. I still have Excadrill though, so either he kills the Excadrill here or he goes after the Pre-Marina, and I don't think he has anything to one-shot Pre-Marina at this point in the game. So I think that's the match. I don't think he can win. I think that's game. I think we somehow won. Close combat, I'm dead. I mean, this match would have been done if I would have clicked Hyper Voice last turn, but I thought the Pre-Marina would live. The guy was stupid and he went for Aerial Ace like a few turns ago and it never even did as much damage. He was better off just going for a Wicked Blow and that would have killed me. So he misplayed big time. Not bad though. Solid game. It's way too long. This match will go forever, but solid match. You guys want to see the Meganium showcase, and that's why you guys are here. There you go. Put in the work. Non-stop Leech Seed spam, really consistent damage, keeping them screens up, holding down the fort. Talk a little bit about this team. Overall, this Meganium team, I mean, this team's more of a gimmicky team, which is fine. I don't think this would be like a top-tier team at all, but I think this, at least for me, this team's a little bit too gimmicky. I didn't really even use like the grass or the water or fire pledge stuff at all. I understand why it's there, but I did not even use that like the entire time I was even using this team. Even in testing, I did a few test games that you guys won't even see, just to kind of get acquainted with this team. And even then, I didn't really even use it at all once. So I feel like there's a lot better options to throw onto these mons, at least for like coverage or even like different type of moves, apart from like the gimmicky stuff. But I understand why it's there. It's meant to be more of a fun type of mechanic to use. The start of the team Meganium, this thing, it really sets you back. I think the one thing it does is just throw up screens. If the game slows down and like everything else on your team just gets like double targeted down, though, this thing is pretty much useless. We had one game where it put in a shit ton of work, and another game I brought in, I think it set up like 1 or 2 screens and then died. But apart from that, it doesn't really do much. I think Meganium is good. Not at all, but I think with this team it can work. We just got really lucky in a few games we got it to work, but do I still think Meganium's the worst starter? 100%. Anybody that likes Meganium, I'm sorry, but I think Meganium is still by far probably the worst starter out of every single starter, and up until now, up until Gen 9. So that's really unfortunate because they could have buffed this thing, and the only buffs they gave it is I think they gave it body press and knockoff and nothing else. So no new ability, nothing. They didn't give it anything, so, or any stat buffs. I don't know. I guess Game Freak hates Meganium, but apart from that, the rest of the team is really fun. The Excadrill Tyranitar put in a bunch of work. Didn't really get anything with the weakness policy, though. At least me personally, I would have rather had like Smooth Rock or even like a Life Orb or like a damage boosting item on the Tyranitar. I didn't get the weakness policy to proc once, and that's maybe because I never brought the Latias to like any of my games, which is like another thing with this team. I don't know. The Latias, I understand why it's here, but like I must just got really unlucky versus a lot of teams I went against because I did not bring the Latias once. I think I brought it once in one of my testing games. Apart from that, I did not bring it at all. So, and even in that game, it didn't really do anything because it got outsped and one-shotted by something. So, I don't know. I understand why it's here, but I don't know. I'm not really too crazy about it. The Pre-Marina put in a bunch of work. Glad to see Pre-Marina's back, and really fun to use that with the specs. Hits really hard, especially with Hyper Voice, the Liquid Voice boost. Really cool. Skeletor's decent. I brought it a few times. It's kind of just there to kind of slow the game down, throw out Yawn, just throw out damage, kind of just sit there and sustain, while the rest of the stuff on your team kind of puts in the work and puts in the damage. Apart from that, not really too much else to say about this team. If you guys want to check it out, rental code up in the corner. So if you guys want to use this team, more of a fun team, more of a really gimmicky fun team around 3 starters and Meganium. Nothing too crazy, nothing really like crazy viable or like really like to say about this team. Like, it's not going to be a top tier team, just mainly like a fun team, which is completely fine. At least me personally, like, it's a little bit too much of a gimmicky team to the point where I think it's kind of holding back the team just in some aspects, at least in some of the games I played. But that's completely fine if you just want to have fun with this team, which is completely fine. So, apart from that, if you guys enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, share the video. I got a bunch more stuff on the way in the near future, so if you aren't subbed, sub down below in the huge red sub button. Click on it and then you're subscribed. You won't miss any of my future videos or streams. Apart from that, I'm going to get out of here. Peace out, everybody. Thanks for watching.